I always look back at my own life, and when I look back and look at the hardest times I experienced, I would say I don't want to go back to those times, definitely. But I wouldn't be who I am without those times. And I think it is really true. I think we all can say this. I can say this for sure. The hardest things in life that you have experienced are usually the most rewarding. That's kind of sick, right, to be saying that. I don't want to go through that time again, but all I can say is after being through that time, I'm a better person because of that. And that's what this is what David meant by this. Okay, so let's give God thanks for the dark times as well. Sometimes we endure hardships and sufferings. One of the things that older people deal with is the loss of loved ones, especially those who are close to us. And sometimes the process of mourning for people can be very, very hard. The idea of losing people. For me, that was a hard lesson. I aged many years. I got a lot of white hair because of that, because what happened with my mom. My dad is not getting any younger. He's 95. I'm anticipating, by God's grace, it's still okay. By God's grace, we don't know how long it's going to be. But his time is not long. That's another episode that we have to go through. But all I can say is all these things are teaching me one thing, is to prepare for my own end. I can say right now that I'm much better at this outlook today than I was before my mom got sick. I think we all can relate to that. One thing I never learned how to do is to let go. God has taught me that through the years. Letting go is hard. Whether it's letting go of things that are so dear to you, material things, or people who are close to you. That's one example.